But I'm not rooster cruising and making idiotic ramblings. I am kicking my nephew's butt in a game of pool. Come on. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Caroni, how you doing today, sir?
How's Tim?
Nice to meet you. Good. Doing good. Hello, guys. Welcome to the channel. We are here with the best Peterbilt salesman in the entire country.
About all that, but we try.
So, you guys see my Peterbilt. I plug Peterbilt Steve all the time. This is...
And I appreciate that. And you guys listen. I always tell Tim he's more famous than I am, and he doesn't believe me.
Well, when you got a good product and you stand behind your product, word of mouth and reputation goes a long ways.
Sure.
So that's, I found you through social media, YouTube, friends, word of mouth.
Sure.
Watched the videos, seen what I wanted, knew when I wanted the truck, where I was going to go. And so even after the sale, anything I ever needed, Steve was there. So tell me, Steve, how did you get to where you are today?
Oh, wow. Many moons ago, I've been doing this about 20 years. I started at a little mom and pop used truck lot.
Right.
Started there, and previously before that, I was a tool dealer in my early 20s, and I've been around cars and boats and hot rods and all that stuff my whole life. I grew up around it my whole life, and still have some bad habits involving that stuff.
Mm.
And when on my tool route was Peterbilt, Freightliner, Kenworth, and that's the only thing I'd never really been around mechanically, and just fell in love instantly, because it is something I had always admired. Growing up on the road, racing, just watching those big rides run down the road, and I was the kid, in the back window. I was that guy. I've always had that passion for it, and went to that little lot, and then ended up following the guy who hired me to an international dealership, where I spent 11, 12 years. And every time, especially used Peterbilt or even Kenworth came in, I was the one all excited, and I'm the one that's going to sell it, and I always did, and just did all that. And I had an opportunity to go to work for an oil and gas company, and left international, and a good friend of mine, somebody I worked with for 20 years, still work with him today, Sean, you know him.
Mm-hmm.
He called me, he goes, "Hey man, you need to be over here."
Right.
And I came and checked it out. Here we are. I've got all the right people around me. What a great place to express my passion for the owner-operator, especially the 389 and all the Peterbilt products.
Definitely got to have a good team in place.
Oh,
Everybody on board.
It takes all the right people.
Right.
In all my different departments. Of course, everybody in the body shop, and in the rig-up shop, and the mechanic shop, and parts. All that has to work. A lot of times customers will go, why won't my local dealer do what you're doing?
Right.
They don't have all the right people.
Right. They just get a truck in from Denton, Texas, or wherever, sits on the lot, they sell it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how that goes.
And that's it. Yeah. The specs, the way we order the trucks, I read that religiously, over and over and over and over. Practice, not perfect, but it makes us better.
Right.
And know a lot of neat people in the industry. Just put a lot of time and effort into it, and I'm lucky that we're passionate about it, because look at your ride.
Right.
If I'd never met you and walked by your truck, that's my customer.
Right.
I can see from the front bumper
I can spot them.
to the LED. Yeah. This is the 1%er. This is the passionate guy. He's doing this because he wants to.
Right.
And you guys, for what you guys do, man, you have to want to do that.
Right.
It's
brutal.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Right.
As you do, I get a lot of younger guys, hey, I want to be an owner operator. How do I go about it?
Right.
And I've always been proud to tell those kids, find some guys like you and ask them.
Right.
But listen. Because the majority of you guys will show
right.
the up-and-comers the way if they'll listen.
Right.
But,
I've created a playlist on my channel.
Yeah.
Truck Driving 101.
Yeah.
So in that playlist is all the steps.
Mm-hmm.
How to go from company to owner out,
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. No, that's great. And like a lot of the information in my videos, which the whole reason I started the videos was to help with information because it's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go online and look at specs. You can't.
Right.
The information's not out there. I got a fix for that coming pretty soon.
Good deal.
And just like yours, you can Google, how to get into truck driving, and there's not much that's even worth reading,
right.
really. So,
right.
no, it's that's just kind of how we ended up here.
Right. Yeah.
So, it's you've been here, dolling up your ride and dolling up your trailer and stuff, and everybody's gonna be pretty pleased with that. Like I said, you're my customer. You're the one I want.
Right.
I don't have any big fleet accounts. I'm very fortunate to have some relationships with some fleets that are owner operator style.
Right.
But the rounded nose, slicked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. That's just not my forte.
Hopefully, my dream is to become that fleet of hoods.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
So yeah.
And now's a good time.
Right.
Peterbilt announced this week that 389s are at a 15 or 20 year production high.
Yeah. And see, that's a big myth, going around the social media club that, because CW9's phased out.
Right.
Everybody said, oh, the 389's going away. 2020, they're done.
Yeah.
And now they pushed it like 2022. So there's no truth to that.
There has not. No. The upper management, from what I've been told from people at Peterbilt, and I'm so close to Denton, I'm fortunate to go to the plant a handful of times a year and get to talk to those guys. Neat side story, I've got a guy working on the production line.
Right.
That's going to order a truck from me,
wow.
and he's fixing to go back driving. So yeah,
wow.
I thought that was pretty. I'm going to try real hard to put something together there.
And I'm going to build my next one.
Right. But no, the 389 is not going anywhere. Not to get political, but before Trump, the focus really was to get rid of stuff like that.
Right.
The view has shifted. With the 389 being such a big piece of the production for Peterbilt, there's no way you wouldn't give up 20, 25, 30% of your production. There's no reason to. The KWs, the W9 was nowhere near that much of their production.
Right.
So my theory is that PACCAR got rid of the W9, let's replace it with the 990, and let's see what happens.
Right.
And if it goes the way we want it to go, then we'll maybe point the 389 in that direction. But it's...
You know what they need?
Who?
Kenworth.
What do they need?
Peterbilt Steves. If they had Peterbilt Steves dispersed throughout the country,
yeah,
they could get their sales up.
It's just like the Harley Davidson logo on your shirt. It's disappointed's not the right word. The upper end of Peterbilt, where the decisions are made, I don't think they understand the passion behind the red oval that I have, that you have, that everybody has for it. That is what drives the brand. Oh, excuse me. That's what drives the brand, and I think they've kind of lost sight of that, chasing maybe fleet business and those big truck orders and all that stuff.
Right.
But you see my parts counter. You see all the big rides, you know, guys stopping by to get parts and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
So, hopefully with this big boom in business and the 389 ramping up so hard, it's going to be around for a while. I can't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
We all know you never know, but there has been no announcement of any kind that it's going anywhere. The only thing that they have said is production is way up.
Right.
So
yeah. So do you have any idea where you guys rank in the country as far as new truck 389 sales?
389. No, they don't. They don't put that out for sure.
A lot of old timers, you know, back in the day, it was Dallas was the go-to market.
Right, absolutely.
Now it seems like Tulsa's the go-to.
It is, and close to your house. And Nashville was really stout for years.
But now.
But now they're not.
Right. I think didn't Fitzgerald, shouldn't throw that out there.
No, that's fine.
Didn't they buy that dealership?
No, they didn't buy that dealership, but they Fitzgerald, when they first started the gliders, bought all of them through Nashville. So Nashville was just really kind of focused on that, and from the outside looking in, I have no idea. It looked like they kind of got away from the owner-operator market that they were servicing so well.
That's what I like about Tulsa, because the inventory's on the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you could just put boots on the ground and find the truck.
Right.
You want
that, and that goes back to having the right people.
Right.
Some dealerships just don't have the right people or the confidence to do something like that. We're pretty. I mean, we're
when you
pretty
take a
unique.
bold move and order 100 trucks.
Right.
That's several $1 million of inventory.
Yeah. Right.
Coming in, so yeah, I can understand the nerves of management saying, wait a minute.
I don't doubt my boss has some restless nights, because tagging your name onto some dollar figures like that's big.
Right.
But working for a company that provides the ability to make that happen, it is pretty great. That's that international dealership I worked at all those years was a mom and pop, and I was like, hey, I don't ever want to go work for the big guys.
Right.
I was way wrong. I was way wrong. Yeah.
Bigger budget, give you more reign to do.
Yeah.
And so with that ability, it has provided you with a really good platform.
Oh, absolutely.
Of moving these trucks.
Absolutely.
And I try to tell everybody the difference in a Peterbilt Steve ride or Tulsa spec truck versus, and I preach it all the time. Just because you got Peterbilt, they sit next to each other, they look like the same truck, but they're worlds apart.
They are. You and I know that because of how passionate and detailed we are about it. We understand all those little things. In the middle of my time at International, I had sold a guy some used 10-wheel dump trucks. Back then we were knocking sleep. Everything had a removable sleeper, so we knocked sleepers off, put 16-foot beds on them, and that was a big deal for a long time. And he was getting out. My dad and I had been talking about it, and we ended up buying them, putting drivers in them. So maybe not coast to coast, but I've also been on that side of trucking.
Wow.
I know how bad it hurts to tear up a tire or to spit a drive line out of it or whatever.
Right.
So I get all that. Yeah. And just like your Harley or my pickup, or our trucks were nice. They were shiny.
Yeah.
They had a lot of stuff on them that didn't make money.
Right.
But everybody knew our trucks.
Right. Yeah, it's I just got through pimping mine. You guys haven't saw that yet. I just pimped my truck and trailer out here. Dropped a lot of cash. It's just, I call it vanity because it doesn't make any money.
No, it doesn't make you any money. It doesn't.
Look cool.
Yeah, and you guys are never. You can't put it on paper. It's kind of like advertising.
Right.
You can't say, I got this from this investment. The carrier may not tell you face to face, but he likes that ride pulling his load. When his stuff gets delivered, he likes a Tim Gorley all shined up, super cool ride. Better than someone around good with duct tape on the fender, they'll pay that little extra.
Yeah, customers do notice, because I get comments all the time from
Sure.
the customers, so they do notice what is picking up their load.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
does go a long way.
And it's important to them, and they know if they've been doing it for a while, you're not gonna call them, hey man, I'm broke down, your stuff's gonna be in the parking lot at a truck dealership for the
Yeah.
next 4 days.
Right.
So, doesn't make you money, can't put it on paper, but
Right.
it's that pride and ownership, there's value in that.
Yeah. See, at the end of the day, I feel so much better about what I just did for the last 10 hours.
Sure.
Versus riding down the road in that beat up, duct taped
Right,
round nose
right,
truck.
right, right.
And
But this is an industry, you can't start at what I call the finish line. You're at the finish line. You're that top 1%. You
Right.
can't start there. Sometimes you have to earn your keep in this industry. But on your side, you have to, you might have to start off in a local, regional $15,000 ride for a year and a half, get your feet wet,
yeah.
make up, save up your pennies, and just on and on and on.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks ago, gentleman been driving for 30 years, raising 7 kids. Everybody's through school. He finally came and got his Peterbilt.
Wow.
The time in life was right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's fun to see that. It's
It's kind of like guys my age are usually buying Corvettes.
right,
You know,
right,
'cause you don't buy a Corvette till you get to be 50. So
right,
you don't
right.
get the 389 hood until you made it in life
Yeah.
and get to kick back and relax.
Yeah, I got a customer, a buddy of mine, Lee Brewer. He's that Corvette guy, but
Oh, yeah.
he's crazy too. So
Right.
but he's got him a super nice 389. I just saw it. He lives roughly in your part of the country, and I just saw him posting. Got it all shined up,
Yeah.
and new lettering, and it looks good. Because
Yeah.
I love seeing that stuff.
Right. Yep.
So
But anyway, they just wanted to see who the because Peterbilt Steve here, Steve Cremoni, I'll put a link down in the description for his YouTube channel and his contact info for here.
appreciate
You
that.
guys looking for a new ride, this is the man to go to.
We here we are just past midway August. I should have. They're rolling in now. Between now and the end of the year, we should filter through another 200 trucks.
Wow.
Another 200 389s pretty easy. So
Wow, yeah.
I'm getting to the point. If currently, if you call up a lot of Peterbilt dealership, if it's a 1 or a 3-store organization and they didn't plan ahead, they're all the way out to March. They're 9 months out.
Yeah.
Now we're predicting the future. We're trying to.
And they're nowhere near the caliber that you have on the ground.
I like to think that.
Right.
Very methodical in what we order. Like I said, I've always got the eyes on it. How would I do it for myself?
Right.
And I know for a lot of guys, one of the biggest things I hear, hey man, I came to you, it already had the Phoenix Light kit and the visor and the extra roof lights and the Texas bumper, and it had all that stuff on it. All I had to do was go to the sticker shop, put my name on it,
Yeah.
use the fifth wheel, and I was working.
Yeah.
Where a lot of dealerships sell a truck that does cost less. It is less truck.
Right.
But 10 days later, the guy's been hanging lights on it, this and that, and he lost
Oh, yeah.
10 days worth of income. Had to fool with this,
Price
had to fool with
more
that.
money.
Yeah, and when you put it all on paper, that truck really costs more
Right.
because of all the unearned income.
Right.
So I was just glad that we recognized that early on, and it's been fun. It's been
Yeah.
nice. So
Yeah.
that's I'm sure that was a piece of what drove you here. So.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So we haven't had too much to mind, just add a few little trinkets here and there.
No.
A couple extra chrome pieces, extra lights here and there.
Yeah, it's I know. One of the biggest questions I get all the time is how's that X15 performing?
Yeah.
Everybody expects a salesman answer.
Right.
I always encourage everyone, come by my shop, come pick a Cummins dealer anywhere,
Yeah.
and ask to walk through the shop.
Right.
You know this.
Yeah.
How's
You
yours
won't see
doing?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not there.
They're not there.
If
Yeah.
they're there, they're there for a PM.
Yeah, yeah.
It's early. We're 2 years
Yeah,
in.
I got 158 on mine.
Right.
I don't know what else is out there, because I got mine in early February,
Right.
or end of February last year,
Mhm.
so mine was further than you to hit the ground.
Yeah. Yours was one of the first ones.
So I guess there's probably some team trucks that could have more mileage on them.
There probably is. There probably is. I don't sell too many team deals.
Right.
It's pretty rare. I do sell some. A lot of husband-wife. The husband-wife is the most common.
Right.
But no, they've been great.
Yeah. Yeah, so far they're holding up fantastic.
What kind of mileage you getting out of yours?
Fuel mileage,
Mhm.
low sixes.
Low sixes.
Low to mid six.
Yes.
Bad day, heavy load, I'm in the high fives.
Yeah.
But I don't care how I drive it. That's
Right.
the key.
Right.
I mean, if that thing doesn't hit 80 once a day, something wrong.
Sure.
Because they will get up and they'll get the job done.
Yep.
But I don't care how I drive it, and whatever it takes to get the old girl get up and going. So if I focused on fuel mileage, we could probably do better.
Sure. Oh no. And I've got guys getting better, but I don't ever promote that because driver's everything.
Yeah.
But 6'2" to 6'5" is what I tell everyone. I think that's an extremely reasonable expectation.
Right. I've seen it hit 7.
Sure.
But with my setup, I mean, I'm 290. I got a van. It just didn't do it.
Sure.
If I was pulling a flat or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're not set up for.
Yeah.
We didn't buy it for.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand is that, since you brought up fuel mileage, that buying this hood versus a plastic truck, you're looking at maybe 1.5 miles per gallon. Reasonable figure without going crazy. Oh, I'm getting 9 miles a gallon. Well, in real world, you're probably not. You're probably doing it in 7s.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference in a mile and a half is about 10 grand of today's fuel prices a year.
Sure.
3 years' time, I recoup all that
Absolutely.
on resale. When I come to trade that or sell that 389 hood, I've got that back.
And
I felt a lot better in 3 years about my job
sure.
and what I'm doing versus driving that.
And apples to apples. If I spec out a 579 with your engine, transmission, loaded interior, lights, and all that stuff, they're the same money.
Right.
That round hood and that square hood are within $1,500.
Right.
They're about the same money, so you're even out of the gate, and that return in 3 years, you're right. That's a push as far as value, and the 389 is so much more desirable.
Yeah.
And if you go even further out, 5 or 6 years, the spread gets even worse. Pick up truck paper, jump online. I mean, late model used 389s right now with the new truck inventory shrinking everywhere.
Right.
They're bringing big bucks.
Yeah.
We're having to pay big bucks for the guys that want to trade. It's just supply and demand.
Right.
That's just how it works.
Yeah. Well,
But
good deal. I guess we should probably wrap this up.
yeah.
Well, anyway, I appreciate the time.
Yeah,
Mr.
good to
Cavani.
see you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And you guys go check him out. I'll put a link down there. Because they always just see you from
Oh yeah.
the back.
Oh
They
yeah.
never see you. They see the trucks through the camera. So now you
Yeah.
got to see the man himself. So thanks, guys, for watching. Y'all have a good day.
Have a good day.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Cut.
Too much idiotic ramblings with life is good. Keep the wheels turning and the chicken lights burning. Come on. Oh, and don't forget your high-speed chicken feed there, Roger.